Kalumbai friends, welcome to Navamika Nursery Creation channel. This is Oroxylum Indicum. We call it Karukandai bibar. This is really bitter in taste. Today I'll be preparing a pork recipe with this Oroxylum Indicum flower. So I'll prepare this before. I have removed these hard stigmas and then broken into pieces and soaked it in the salt water to remove the bitterness. This Oroxylum Indicum flower is also known as the midnight horror flower. So today's recipe is Oroxylum Indicum with pork. Dini recipe alagapur karu khandaijang uma bedorjang. I have washed the soaked midnight horror flower, and then this is the blanched pork meat I'll be using to prepare with this midnight horror flower. I have sliced 2 medium-sized onions, the green chilies, ginger, garlic, roughly pounded, basic dry ingredients. This is salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. So we'll start preparing the recipe. I'll pour some oil in the wok, adding the onions, stir for some time. Now add the chili, ginger and the garlic, which is pounded roughly. Again stir for 2 seconds. Now we'll add the pork before the onion turns brown, because we need to fry the pork. Adding in the pork now. We'll saute the pork till some of the pork belly fat melts. I have blanched this pork to get rid of the impurities. You all can prepare it as you wish, but I usually blanch the pork before preparing any recipe. I'll add salt. We'll check now. We can see some of the onions have turned golden brown now, and some of the pork belly fat has melted along. I'll add in the turmeric powder as well as the jeera powder. Again stir. Now it's time to add water to cook this pork. Before adding the midnight horror flower, I have added enough water to cover the pork meat. We'll cover the lid and let the pork cook for a few minutes on high flame. We'll check in between. Now half of the water is reduced. It's time to add the midnight horror flower. Adding in the midnight horror flower. Karu khandai guda hobai logopor, amfai mojangai ewnोसै. जोंनि बर' हारियाथ' जाखायो खारौ खान्दाय बिबारखौ, ओमफ्राय दा आरो बयबो मिथिखायोबो जाहैबाय, माने गुफुरा गोथावसिन जाहैबाय गोजानिख्रुइ, खारन गुफुरनि गोखाया गोजानिख्रुइ खमसिन जाहैबाय नालाय. So Oroxylum Indicum, or the midnight horror flower, is available in 2 colors or 2 varieties, we can say. One is white and the other is red. The midnight horror flower, which I'm using to prepare this recipe, is a white variety. The red variety, midnight horror flower, is actually more bitter than the white variety. So I prefer eating this white variety. I will cover it and then we'll make the flame low. We'll check now. Now it's time to add the garam masala powder. After adding the garam masala, we'll give it a nice stir. You can see here the pork belly fat has melted so well. Now the midnight horror flower will also absorb some of the pork belly fat. It's done now, friends. Please do check the seasoning before serving. Time to serve now. The delicious midnight horror flour with pork is ready. I hope you love this recipe, friends.